Cars are often seen as symbols of freedom, convenience, and status. However, they are also one of the biggest drains on your finances. Owning a car may be necessary for many people. Understanding the true cost of car ownership is essential. In this video, we will uncover the hidden costs of cars. We will also cover practical strategies to reduce the wealth you lose when you own a car. With this knowledge, you will be better prepared to make rational and objective car buying decisions. Let's start with a fundamental question. Understanding how much car you can afford is the first step towards making a financially sound decision. A common rule of thumb is the 20-4-10 rule. This means that you should put down at least 20% of the car's price to avoid being underwater on your loan. Then, your loan term should be no more than 4 years. And your total monthly car expenses should be lower than 10% of your gross monthly income. Let's say that you earn $60,000 per year, or about $5,000 per month. In this case, your total car expenses should not be higher than $500 per month. This approach ensures that your car expenses do not overburden your budget. It also leaves you enough room for saving and investing. Cars typically lose between 15 and 20% of their value in the first year alone. Over the first 5 years, a car can lose up to 60% of its original purchase price. This means that a $50,000 car can lose up to $10,000 in value in the first year. And after 5 years, you can lose up to $30,000 out of the $50,000 purchase price. Factors such as the brand, wear and tear, collisions, and also market demand all influence depreciation. The sweet spot to buy a car is usually 3 to 4 years old. Buying at this age helps you to avoid the steepest depreciation while still getting a reliable car. Before we dive into other costs, let's look at something most people overlook, and that is the opportunity cost of car ownership. I believe that this is one of the most important aspects to understand, because every dollar you spend on a car is a dollar that you could have invested elsewhere. Let's say that you are buying a used car instead of a new one. By doing so, you save $3,000 on the down payment and an additional $300 every month on the financing. This money can then be invested. If you invest the $3,000 and then add $300 every month on top at an 8% annual return, after 4 years, you will have around $21,500. And if you do this over and over again with every car purchase, you could even save over $1 million over your lifetime. Always consider the opportunity cost. It is very important. This is the money you could be investing and compounding instead of sinking into a car. Choosing a cheaper car and investing the difference can drastically impact your long-term finances. Some cars hold their value better than others after 5 years. The industry average depreciation for all vehicles is around 46%. That is higher than the 39% drop back in 2023, but it is still lower than the almost 50% drop in 2019. The rate of depreciation varies drastically between segments. EVs, for example, lost almost 59% of their value after 5 years, while trucks and hybrids lose only about 40% of their new price. Sports cars and small SUVs dominate the top 25 cars that retain value. Cars like the Porsche 911 the Cayman, the Chevrolet Corvette, Toyota RAV4, and the Honda CR-V. Then you have the EVs and the luxury models. These make up most of the cars that lose the most value. Just imagine, 23 of the 25 cars that depreciate the fastest are EVs or luxury cars. These include models like the Jaguar I-Pace, the BMW Series 7, the Tesla Model S, and the Nissan Leaf. Used car prices have dropped since their peak during the pandemic. This has caused 5-year depreciation rates to rise across nearly all vehicle types. Hybrids remain the closest to the value retention peaks seen during the pandemic. Now, let's move on to the cost of owning a car in detail. AAA publishes a driving cost report every year, so I will be using that. Based on their numbers, the average cost of owning a car driven 15,000 miles per year is $11,577. This works out to about $965 per month. Let's now look at the items separately. First, you have depreciation. This is around $4,334 per year, and it is also the largest item. Then, you have financing costs. On average, they come in at $1,131. Fuel costs total approximately $1,950 every year. The next item is insurance. The cost for insurance was on average $1,694 per year. You also have to consider licensing, registration, and taxes as well. They add about $813 per year. The last items are maintenance, repairs, and tires. They cost roughly $1,512. Even though depreciation is not an out-of-pocket monthly expense, it still remains the largest hidden cost of car ownership. Ownership costs are constantly changing, and they usually go up in the long term. So the question is, how can you optimize them? There are several ways to do that. For example, buying a used car that is 3 to 4 years old in the depreciation sweet spot, as mentioned before, is one of the best and most effective strategies to use. You can also negotiate both the purchase price and the financing terms. This can also save you a lot of money. Shopping around for insurance, adjusting your coverage, and considering higher deductibles can further reduce your expenses. Choosing a fuel-efficient or a hybrid car can save you on your fuel costs. Cars are essential, but they can drain your wealth if you are not careful. Follow the 20-4-10 rule, buy at the depreciation sweet spot, and always consider the opportunity cost as well. Smart car choices today can lead to long-term financial growth. Thanks for watching, and please give it a like, subscribe, and watch another video. See you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.